humanitarian situation in Gaza is a vision of hell. 32,000 Palestinians have been killed, 70% of them women and children. Humanitarian supplies are blocked, and famine haunts the whole of the Gaza Strip. The United Nations Agency for Relief and Works in Palestine, UNRWA, has been demonized by the Israelis, and some of the major donors have suspended contributions to UNRWA. There is what is called a plausible genocide taking place in Gaza, and if Israel, as it has threatened, invades the southernmost tip of Gaza, the Rafah crossing, where 1.9 million Gazans have taken refuge, this would be a virtual Holocaust that would take place. That the situation is dire, and the international community needs to communicate this to all the peoples of the world. Pakistan has worked actively to promote the cause of the besieged Palestinians. Pakistan strongly condemns Israeli airstrikes and military incursions into Gaza, the killing of civilians, and the large-scale displacement of an already occupied and battered people. At the United Nations, our diplomacy has actively promoted three objectives. Firstly, a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire. Mr. President, Pakistan supports an immediate ceasefire. Humanitarian access to all the besieged Palestinians, and the observance of international humanitarian law, which is being violated with impunity by Israel. A heavy responsibility rests on those who have contributed to the prolongation of the consistent bombing of Gazan citizens that is taking place as we speak. We have also provided supplies, relief goods to the Palestinians in Gaza, which has to be provided through the Rafah crossing in Egypt. We are not aware of how much has got through, but Pakistan has committed itself to helping the occupied people of Palestine, and especially the people of Gaza in the present situation. The key priorities and strategies for the future include several steps. The first and foremost must be to secure implementation of the immediate ceasefire that has been called for by the Security Council. Secondly, also the observance of the injunctions that have been prescribed by the International Court of Justice to prevent plausible genocide.
The Court is also of the view that Israel must take measures within its power to prevent and punish the direct and public incitement to commit genocide in relation to the members of the Palestinian group in the Gaza Strip.
Thirdly, the humanitarian operations must be opened. And fourthly, Israel must be obliged to withdraw its forces from Gaza, and an international protection mechanism should be instated which can provide protection and relief to the besieged Gazan population.
Where is the international protection the Palestinian people is entitled to when the occupying power violates international law and harms those it is obliged to protect?
Beyond these early steps, there will, of course, need to be, first of all, an accountability process for the penalization of the crimes that have been committed.
There cannot be an occupation that will be moral or that will conduct itself in a good way. It's the problem is inherent in the mission, and the mission is occupying people without them having rights and dignity.
There is also a need to revive the two-state solution political process. And in this context, it seems important at this time to admit Palestine as a full member of the United Nations in order to make the two-state solution an inevitable reality.